So I'm having some pretty good song RNG with my playlist today. It's on shuffle, and I just started recording for YouTube. Hello everyone, and we got Devil's Theme from Tekken 2. And I just want to interject a little counter argument here before I start the topic of this video. But I got some criticism for my soundtrack tier list. A lot of people wrote in the comments saying like, Tekken 3 is objectively has a better soundtrack than Tekken 2. They completely disagreed with me placing Tekken 2 so high. And to me, I just listened to this, and it's like the heart and soul of this piece. I mean, yeah, at least to me, I mean, it's so subjective, but to me, Tekken 3, it's very catchy, Tekken 3. But it can't touch the ambience of Tekken 2, in my opinion. But this video stems from a stream question I received from a viewer who said, how do you shrink down the Tekken roster from 50 to 25 for Tekken 8? How would you do that while still maintaining integrity in the characters? You know, that you have a good balance of interesting characters, as well as, you know, keeping the legacy of Tekken going, because certain characters you can't remove without it suddenly not feeling like Tekken anymore. So this should be interesting, but I thought to make it even more interesting, what I'm gonna do is, as we have the data, I'm just gonna start the list by putting in the 25 most played characters. So if, you know, we all vote, every time you go to character select and you pick a character, you don't know this, but that data is collected. You know, they collect that data. They know. Every time you pick a character, you vote. Every time you try Lars, just even one session in ranked, you vote at least once for Lars. We're all voting here, and we have a data on the votes. So if a players, you know, got their will, what the characters we would see are Paul is number 1. He's the most played character. After him, you have Kazuya. And this is interesting because these guys started out as the Ryu and Ken of Tekken. Basically, they go back to Tekken 1. This is the main protagonist. And this is his Ken rival. And hats off to Bandai Namco. They seem to have done a great job because, well, the people see them as the main guys. They are the most played characters. So we can even put them in order here. We have Kazuya at number 2. And then we have Brian, which is obviously one of the most well-received redesigns ever. This is Bruce's first redesign. It was Brian, and then it was Josie, and then to some extent it was Fakum Ram. But Brian was brought in to replace Bruce, who didn't have a lot of traction with the community. And holy hell did that redesign work. Brian was embraced immediately, and as you can see, he still holds third place. After him, we have Armor King at 4th place. And speaking of well-received redesigns, well, Armor King is up there, to say the least. And after that, we have Leroy, who is carried a lot, I think, by his incredible design. Incredible design, in my opinion. Arguably the greatest original Tekken character design since, you could argue, 20 years, to be honest, in my opinion. Unfortunately, his gameplay, if you follow my videos, you know how I feel about his gameplay. And at 6th place, we have Dragunov, who joined the battle in 2000 and was he revealed in 2005? I think so, for Tekken 5 DR. He's doing really well. And then we have where is Jin? And this is a character a lot of people think is like obviously the main guy of Tekken, and you know, the character everyone plays, the main protagonist. And he has played a lot. He's at 7th place, but he can't hold a candle to his father or the almighty Paul. And after Jin, we unfortunately we have Fakum Ram. So again, I'm guessing people like the design of Fakum Ram. He kind of grew on me as well. With his reveal trailer, I hated him. But he grew on me a bit. I liked his gameplay a lot, especially when Kazuya had tracking hell sweeps. Fakuman was that much more attractive suddenly. But again, his gameplay, turns out, it's a disaster. And yeah, but he's very popular. He's very popular. And I think you can attribute a lot of the popularity of these two, not only to their designs, but the fact that they are pay to win. I know some people objected to my pay to win DLC video, but I can't see it any other way with these two and many other DLC characters. They are absurd. They are way too strong for the tiny amount of effort you put in. And next up we have Devil Jin, which is Jin's alter ego. Jin at 7th place and Devil Jin at 9th place. So Evil Ryu, not as popular as Ryu. And then we have obviously iconic characters, been there since Tekken 1. King, not as popular as Armor King, but I think Armor King was less popular than King in Tag 2 and pretty much any other Tekken game. But the redesign certainly sold Armor King. Oh, I can't take this music. That's better. Thank you. So King coming in there at 10th place. And then we have another iconic Tekken 3 newcomer, Hwoarang. Always very popular. 11th place. And then we have another Mishima. We have Heihachi at number 11. Can you see all of this on my stream? Yes, you can. Great. I'm gonna take it down a notch like so. And then we have, in my opinion, the greatest Tekken 7 newcomer design in Kazumi. She's right next to Heihachi. How poetic and romantic. Right next to Heihachi on the list. I really like Kazumi, and she's so successful that I know she's gonna be in Tekken 8. Even though, you know, Tekken 7 was her game, you know, and she dies. Well, she was already dead when the story started. But make no mistake, she will be in Tekken 8. Way too popular with casuals and the competitive community. And Iconic Law comes in at 14th place. Was used much more in Tag 2, but in Tekken 7 you see him that much less. And I think it's due to him, Xiaoyu, and Eddie were the easy characters in Tag 2. Well, easy. Well, oh no, I don't need quotation marks actually. But in Tekken 7, they put in the new generation of easy characters like Katarina, Noctis. Well, insert many characters here. And suddenly, I think that type of player is not that interested in Law anymore. And those old school, you know, cheesier type characters. And next up is from The Walking Dead, Negan, 15th place, which is really good to be honest. Really good. And then we have another newcomer in Claudio. Claudio takes 16th place, not bad. Steve at 17th place. And then we have, I'm just gonna speed it up a little bit so this is not a 40-minute video. Then we have Josie. Where is Josie even? Oh, there we go. Right behind Steve. And now we're gonna go with Lars. And then Noctis claims 20th place. I haven't missed anyone, right? And now Shaheen. And then it's Miguel. Miguel, really? Now we have only ladies. Asuka, Lily, Katarina. Okay. Asuka, Lily, Katarina. So these two, Asuka and Lily, I saw them all the time during Tag 2. All the time. But so, okay, so if players got to choose, the players, Akuma goes out the window. Alisa goes out the window. But understand that this is season 3. So this is not Season 1 character usage. It looked very different in Season 1, I'm guessing. Bob, goodbye. Honestly, I'm not surprised seeing Akuma and Bob. Alice, I'm a little bit surprised. Nina, not surprised. Xiaoyu, not surprised. See very seldom. Yoshi, very seldom. Leo. Have you ever encountered a Leo? There's a chance you haven't. Fang, very rare. Jack, very rare. In Season 1, you saw him quite a bit. Giga, say no more. Chloe, say no more. Eddie, say no more. Raven. Who's Raven? Eliza, Lee, Kuma. I'm not surprised. I'm just not surprised. Geese. Very popular in high level of play, but other than that, nope. Lei, Marduk, Julia. These are the 2 least played characters in the game. Do you think it's a coincidence they were added last in Season 3? That they came in last, these 2? There's a reason for that. They know that they see no usage whatsoever. And you know what? Even though a cool redesign, they see no usage whatsoever. So, if we go by how you guys vote when you pick characters, that is the Tekken 8 roster if we would start with 25 characters and no more than that. So I'm gonna divide this into, first off, what we're gonna do when we dissect the characters you guys like is what characters can we expect and not expect to see. And Negan is a guest character, so he's obviously not gonna carry forward, and the same with Noctis. So those 2 we take out immediately, and we have some more slots to play with, because I need to make it 25, like the ideal 25-man roster. And then we can divide this by newcomers as well, and legacy, which is interesting. Josie is the redesign for Bruce, but we'll see her as a newcomer. Shaheen. So this is sort of legacy roster on the side there. Oh. So these would be legacy characters. And this is newcomers. All of these have done really well. And I think I would keep all of these. Shaheen, I mean, apparently there are people who play Shaheen. I really dislike him. I think he's so bland. And I really dislike Katarina. But I see the function she serves. She's the easy mode character. But now that we have Leroy and Fakum Ram, I would actually get rid of Katarina. To be honest. And Shaheen. So this should put me at 21. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Yeah, we're at 21. So these newcomers, I would have stay. And then we have these iconic characters. And we don't have any clones here, right? Because clones I'm not a fan of. King and Armor King aren't clones, so this is looking good, to be honest. And now I can add 4 characters, actually, because we want to go up to 25. So in this list here, what characters do we need for it to feel really Tekken and also give us very diverse characters who do, you know, very different things? So I would just add Lee, because to me he's so iconic. And I feel the same way about Kuma or Jack. But I would... God, this one is so hard. Jack or Kuma. And Yoshimitsu has to be in. He's just one of those characters that has to be in. But I want Lee to be there. And now you gotta do your quota. How many Bunga characters versus fundamental characters? Because you want that type of diversity in gameplay. We have a lot of fundamentals here. We have Steve, we have Mishimas, we have Brian, we have Armor King. We have Lee. And we have Bunga, we have Yoshi. We have Asuka. Law to some degree. We have Leroy and Fakuram. But no, there's too little Bunga. Someone has to lie down on the floor. We need Eddie. Eddie is iconic. God, how many characters am I up to now? This is so hard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 24. I'm at 24. I can add one more. Oh, so hard. Oh, I don't even have a Williams. You see how hard this is? I don't even have a Williams. And you kind of have to, for some reason, have a goddamn Williams. And you always need Xiaoyu with her stupid ponytails, but I don't know why. Who wrote that law that you have to add Xiaoyu to a Tekken game? I'm so hesitant in doing this. Oh, this is so hard. Right? Oh, no. No. Oh, God. This is where I want to put the sort of characters I want. I'm gonna make a list. I sort of want you. I sort of want you. He's so iconic. I really like Marduk. Kuma is charming. God, what am I up to? I'm at 25, right? I'm at 25, and I still have these characters here. Oh, this is really difficult. What do I do? I mean, honestly, I add Leroy and Fakuram because I'm like, if you redesign them, it's fine. Their gameplay. I don't want them to be the way they are right now. But honestly, do we need Josie? But oh, then you gotta fill the gender quota. That's very important. Especially these days. I mean, how many females do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This list would immediately go out the window. I have too many female, too few females. Yeah, I'm gonna sacrifice Fakuram, to be honest. I'm gonna bring in... Lei is played too little. I'm gonna bring in Feng Wei. How about Jack? You need Jack. And we need more diversity, I guess. We need a vagina. No, that's not gonna work. I guess we need Xiaoyu. Oh god, who do you even switch for Xiaoyu? Who do you switch? God damn it. Who would you sacrifice just to squeeze Xiaoyu in just because you need another vagina? Hasta luego, mi amigo. Oh god, I'm getting the Bad Omen music for removing Miguel. Big mistake music. Is this a good list? But still, we have too few females. We have Bunga characters, definitely. We have fundamental characters. But how many females do we have? You know what? I'm gonna put them together, and I'm gonna put the females in one line here, just so we can see what a terrible and horrible sexist I am. Let's see. That's another female. Okay, it's still quite the boys' club. But this is hard, man. This is super hard. And who do you even remove? It's so hard at this point. Josie. No, but that's removing a vagina. Claudio, I guess Claudio. Okay, now we have seven women. I guess they would put in Alyssa. They see her as like the Tekken 6 iconic character, together with Lars. I think I've sort of made it. If I can bring in Alyssa, I've sort of made it, I think. I mean, Heihachi is gonna be DLC in Tekken 8. He's not gonna be a starter character. And we already have Kazuya, Jin. Do we even need Devil Jin? To be honest, if I was in charge, I'm gonna go batshit crazy. If I was in charge of Tekken 8, I would have Devil Jin as a rage transformation for Jin. And you only have Jin and Kazuya. You don't need any more than that. And they are very different. They are opposing characters in terms of gameplay. So they work out just fine. And people always say to me, oh, you would be so willing to sacrifice other people's characters with Tekken 8, but not your own. And it's like, you're completely mistaken. I would cut down on the amount of Mishimas. And I love the Mishimas. But let's see. That quota is in order. We don't have a giant man? Giant angry man? We don't have? Marduk! Jack doesn't count. Oh, we're done. We're done. Perfection delivered every time. I think this is a pretty decent list, to be honest. So what did we sacrifice? Shaheen, Negan, Noctis, Katarina. I don't feel bad about that. Claudio. Don't feel too bad about that. Miguel. Kuma. Oh, this one I sort of feel bad about. I'll put him here. Dumpster, man. Oh god, look at this dumpster. And even if you play these characters, I know you're silently agreeing with me. You know, in the back of your head, you're like, makes sense. Put dumpster, my goddamn main. Safin, I sort of feel bad. Ganyu, definitely dumpster. Yeah. Makes sense, right? Here we go. This is really on point. Man, this is on point. So that took almost 24 minutes. I hope I answered your question. Certainly I did. And I guess this would be a good starting point for me at looking at the Tekken 8 roster if it had to be 25 characters. And obviously it's impossible to do this and please everyone. It's just impossible. I mean, someone out there would more likely want to see this. You know, this is the starting roster. Geese, Liza, Gigas, Master Aven, Lucky Chloe, you know. So we got my list to the left, and then the list you guys would, your dream list is probably this one. So we got best of both worlds. Good stuff.